Every September 15th, millions of Mexicans gather to celebrate Independence Day with a beloved traditional dish called pozole. But what if I told you that the original recipe for this comforting stew contained an ingredient so disturbing that it would shock even the most adventurous food lover? Because the truth about pozole origins involves ritual cannibalism, human sacrifice, and a culinary tradition that would make your stomach turn. To understand this dark history, we need to travel back to the Mexica people who ruled the Aztec Empire in central Mexico from 1300 to 1521. They were deeply spiritual warriors who believed their gods required constant nourishment through human sacrifice to prevent the universe from collapsing. One of their most important deities was Xipe Tótec, our Lord the Flayed One, the god of agriculture and spring renewal. During elaborate ceremonies called tlacatlaolli, held every spring to ensure successful harvests, pozole played its most horrifying role. The word pozole comes from the Nahuatl pozole, meaning foam, referring to bubbles formed when corn was boiled. But the corn wasn't boiled alone. Warriors captured enemies in battles specifically for sacrifice. After their hearts were offered to the gods, the bodies were chopped up and added to massive pots of boiling corn to create tlacatlaolli, the sacred stew. Only the Tlatoani, high priests, and elite warriors could consume this dish. They believed eating brave warriors' flesh transferred their strength and courage. The thighs were the choicest cuts, never roasted, always boiled. Families of the capturing warriors were expected to participate, consuming enemy flesh as religious devotion. We know these details thanks to Fray Bernardino de Sahagún, a Spanish Franciscan missionary who arrived in Mexico in 1529. Working with Nahuatl elders, he spent decades documenting Aztec culture in General History of the Things of New Spain, the Florentine Codex. Sahagún describes how the Mexicas cooked pozole using the leg of a captured warrior or enslaved people, which the Tlatoani savored, noting that captives were skinned and dismembered, with thighs providing the juiciest meat. Spanish chroniclers documented these practices to justify colonial conquest and Christian conversion. When Spanish conquistadors took control, they immediately banned human sacrifice and cannibalism. But pozole survived. The Spanish introduced pork as replacement meat, and historical accounts suggest pork was chosen because it allegedly tasted similar to human flesh. This substitution allowed the dish to continue while losing its ritualistic meaning. What had been exclusive to religious elites gradually became food for ordinary families. Over centuries, three main varieties emerged: pozole, blanco, rojo, and verde, each representing different regional traditions. Today, pozole is served at weddings, holidays, and especially Mexican Independence Day. Families gather around steaming bowls with cabbage, radishes, and lime. It's become a symbol of Mexican identity and cultural pride. But now you know its dark secret. This beloved comfort food has one of the most disturbing origins in culinary history.